Watch the batting drills videos I've filmed with players and coaches, and use the timecodes below to scroll through the video as you wish.
A good drill that I like to use is really basic, and all it is an underarm, which you can do anywhere. You could do it in the back garden or in the nets or in the park with your brother, friend, sister, whoever. And all it involves is a basic underarm on a good length. We often see guys doing underarm heart volleys or throwdown heart volleys. I like to do this one where it's on a good length and you actually have to wait for the ball and hit it before it bounces twice. Why I like this is because you have to wait and play late, rather than sometimes with a hard volley, it's a little bit easy for us just to throw our hands through the ball and hit it cleanly. With this one, I like to wait before the ball bounces twice, actually engage our front shoulder, push off our back foot, and play really late, hitting the ball into the ground. A good drill for spin, which I like to use, is another one which is very basic. It's basically just having your friend throw or lob off spinners or left arm orthodoxes up into the air, varying the pace and flight. Either full and nicely flighted, and we try and get down the wicket to use our feet to get to the ball on the half volley. And then likewise, every now and then, having our mate throw a shorter ball where we try and get right back to then pull or attack off the back foot through the offside.
The first one is your top hand drill, so you're making sure that your hand is behind the bat, and if you can zoom in there, you want to be able to control the bat face with your top hand. Nice and simple. Have your ball out in front of you, bat go behind, and then you pick out an area of where you want the ball to go. For now, I'm going to say I'm going to try and hit the stumps or mid-on. If it goes slightly either way, I'm not too worried. But say I'm trying to hit the stumps and it goes to mid-wicket, then I know I'm in trouble. Let's see how this goes. I haven't done these in a long time. So I want to hit mid-off. Trying to get a little bit tougher, trying to hit extra cover. Hit mid-wicket. The key thing with this drill, as you would have seen, it makes you really turn your whole body and turn your shoulders. You know, for example, if I want to hit extra cover, I can't just do it from here because, you know, I can't really do that. My hands don't work that way. My hands aren't strong enough, so you have to turn your whole body, and you end up pointing your shoulders and your forearms in the direction that you want your ball to go. Something that sometimes gets neglected, though, are bottom hand drills. And like we said before, if you are a bottom hand dominant player, you can do all the top hand drills you like, but when you hold your bat, if your bottom hand is actually the one that's controlling it, then you'll end up not really improving very much. So if you are a bottom handed player, or anyone in general, bottom hand drills are really good because they make you do the same thing with your bottom hand. So with these bottom hand drills, we use the analogy of a bowling ball. So imagine you're going 10-pin bowling. You have your bat out behind you, and you want to extend through the ball with your bottom hand like you would when you're bowling. So I'm going to try and hit mid-off again. This is a lot harder with bottom hand drills, but let's see how this goes. If you have been trying to hit mid-off and the ball is going to mid-on, and you do your top hand drills and they're fine, you're hitting the ball where you want it to, and you do your bottom hand drills and you end up hitting the ball through mid-on when you're trying to hit mid-off, then you know that that's where the problem is. So it's kind of a nice little diagnostic exercise. So same as with the top hand drills, you go round the clock. I'd say extra cover, mid-off, and you do the same through mid-on and mid-wicket. The top hand. I'm going to try and hit through mid-on. extra cover, zoom it on. So if you're balanced, when you've played your shot, you should be in a stable position. Sometimes what happens is, and I think you will recognize this, my coach used to call it out every time I did it. He used to call it the tripod. So if you're not balanced, say your head is falling over, then you play your shot, and that back foot comes around, so that you've essentially got your bat, your foot, and your other foot, and that's called the tripod, and that's a position that you really don't want to get into. Ideally, when you've played your shot in your final position, you should be so stable that if someone was to push you, you should be, they shouldn't be able to push you over. So if I get Neel to give me a hand, say if you balance, then, you should be in a good position. Whereas if I'm here, Neel, if you give me a little push, that back foot comes around, and that's not really what you want to see happen. A good drill to check for balance is having some quick throws. So this is something that I like to do before every game. So on game days, the first thing I start with is I get someone to take a bunch of balls, come really close to me, go from round the wicket but wide of the crease, come really close and try and hit me on the pad consecutively. So throwing balls in quick succession. And the idea is that if I'm not balanced, then I won't be able to, I'll play the first one okay, and then after that it gets more and more difficult. But if I'm balanced and I'm in a good position, then I can go one after the other because I don't have to move. So I'll get Neel to demonstrate. Lovely. So the first thing you would have noticed, as soon as my balance was off, I had to take a little step to rebalance. And as soon as I did that, the next one that I hit went off somewhere where I didn't want it to go, and I didn't find the middle of the bat. And then that throws your whole thing off. So that's a good way to tell whether you're doing the drill right or not. When I was balanced, I was there, and I was ready for the next ball straight away. And that's a good way to sort of not just check for balance, but to practice being balanced as well. So the sweep shot is a wonderful shot to have in your armory because it's the shot that you play to the spinner's best ball. It's the shot played to the one that's just sort of dragging you forward. It's the length that the spinner actually wants to bowl. So if you can hit the spinner's best ball for 4 or use it to get off strike or whatever you want to do, it can make a spinner's life very difficult. The way to practice the sweep shot from the basics up is to, it's a super simple drill. Essentially, you start in your ready position. Like we said before, you want to be in a position where your front knee is able to go over your foot so that your foot doesn't actually get in the way of your bat. And then you want to be able to get your head nice and forward, get some extension, but really it's about presenting the full face of the bat and getting fast hands through the ball to be able to put pace on it. And that's really all it is. So I'll get Neel to throw me some balls. It's going to be rapid fire, relatively slow, but in quick succession. We're just going to try and hit volume of balls. There we go. That's why. So once you've done that a few times and you're comfortable that you're hitting the ball where you want to, from down there, you can take it a step further and actually start from a wide base. So, and then you're dropping your knees, going down, and then still going at the ball. Really important that when you drop your knees, it doesn't take your head back with it like this. You want to still be able to go at the ball and go towards the ball rather than dropping your weight back. A bit lower. And then finally, we can play from standing. So in your stance, go out and meet the ball. Key points with this one, I think what I've seen from over the years playing it and coaching it, the biggest mistake that people tend to make is because they don't want to get hit on the head, they get the wrong side of the ball. So if the ball's on this line, they end up trying to go that side of it and trying to catch up. So one drill that I've used before with kids and under 15s is which I think is really suitable and really helpful for anyone, is to try and get over the fear of being hit. So you take a bunch of tennis balls and really you put your bat aside, you put your helmet on, you try and hit the ball with your head and actually try and head it. And that gets you really good at getting your head in position and getting your head in line and not being afraid of getting hit on the head. Ultimately, sweep shot, with playing the sweep shot, there's a good chance you might get hit on the head, but that's the risk you're taking. And if you play it well, then you won't.
Just some tennis ball work, just getting their hands going, because I think both of them, when they do hit the ball, they intend to not finishing off their hands. So it's just doing some top hand drills, just hitting through over there with Leo, and then some bottom hand just hitting through, and just, you know, kind of grooving the basic. All right, Leo, just hold 1 sec there. So Warren, okay. So with your hands, okay. So when you're hitting, okay, just making sure that your hands is going where you're in control of your hands, okay. So at the moment, sometimes your hand is going there, but you want to hit the ball there. So you want to just transfer that and just get your hands going to where you want to hit the ball. So just, even though it's a top hand drill, go with your head and just get your hands going where you want the ball to go. All right, just try that. Better. Okay, so don't try not to rush, just always, so try not to rush the drill, okay? So when you hit one, just reset, start again, make sure that your hands is in check, coach yourself. And when you hit the shot, what I would like you to do is to just hold for 3 seconds and just check if your head is in the right place. Simple as that. Thoughts, wait, go on. What do you reckon? Happy with that? Did you want to hit it onside? Okay, brilliant. Lovely, that's good. So there's a lot of ball going that way, isn't it? Yeah. So why is that?
I think I missed timing.
Eh?
Missed timing. Too hard as well.
Yeah. So as I said, you know, it's about the hands, all right? So for you, okay, when you hit, that is going there. So I just want you to transfer. So just come in front so you can see this. So look, so just go with your head first. When you hit, your hands is taking over and it's going there. So use the bottom hand to guide and just go right through there. So you're hitting through there all the time, okay? Okay. It's okay if you don't hit it as how you would like, but just try and let your hands go where you want it to go. You control your hands, all right? But it's important that you reset. If you're rushing, sometimes your hand intend to get tired and then it's going all over the place. So that's why you want to reset. So hit, hold, check. It's fine. We will wait on you when you feed. Hit, hold, get back in there. All right? So Corey, you're in next. Lovely. Beautiful. So Corey, one sec, hold. Okay. So again, for you, same as Warren, when you hit, just check and make sure that, check if you're happy with your hands. Just make sure. All right. Good. Happy with that? Lovely. Lovely feed in that. Beautiful. That's a really basic drill that anyone could do, but it's just again just grooving the basics, and it's not too technical. We're not asking them to change the way they set up. It's just about just getting their hands going through the ball and making sure that their hands is going they're in control of their hands. Okay, obviously both hands work together, so you want to get that swing, isn't it? That nice flow. So it's just training the tap hand and then making sure that your baton hand is going in the same direction already. So when you get the two hands back on the bat, then it's going you get that nice swing. Nice, Warren. Good control. That's a great shot. We just bring it all back together now. All right. So two hands, yeah, and watch. You're hitting this way, yeah. Okay. Ready? Lovely. Nice. Lovely shot that. Good. Keep going with your head, yeah. Great. Jeez, Warren, that is so good. Nice. Shot. Beautiful. Beautiful. As you can see here, it's nothing special. These are just mats, okay? So this one grips and spin a little bit. I just turned up on the flip side. This one does to hold and bounce on this one. And if it does hit anywhere this area, it does slide on. So a little bit of challenge for the batters on these mats. It really does a lot. So just gonna have a little go and see. Let them find a way how to play on it. All right. So I'm gonna just chuck some left arm spin onto both batters, and they will find a way how to just to play in there. Played. Nice. Okay, so I'm gonna suggest, just a suggestion, try something. So maybe go a little bit deeper in your crease and look to play when it spins. So just watch it a bit harder, okay? All right, so just try that. Just go back a bit deeper in your crease. Yeah. All right, yeah? And try and play it on the back foot. So a bit deeper in the crease. And look to go press on the back foot. And look to play it in there, instead of launching forward, and it might get a nick. All right. That's good. Oh. We're gonna go into a little scenario, just to challenge you a little bit more. Okay, so it's a 3-day game. Okay, it's the final day. And it's your 5 down, okay? You're on 45 not out. You just come to the crease, okay? And it's 2 of us before lunch. All right? I got 2 slip, bat pad, and a man just under the bat catching. All right? Okay? Yeah. And Brendan, you're on strike. Let's go. So yeah, just to get the batter thinking a bit more. So so Brendan comes in at number 7, tries bat 5-4, and we might have a few these boys might have a few 3-day games, 4-day games they're going to play. So I just wanted them to think about the situation when they play against spin in the middle and what they need to do. So it's just a little scenario to get him thinking a bit more. Oh. Oh. Oh, that's a wicket.
Too wide.
Too wide. Okay, 1 run then. Yeah, one. Played, well played. Yeah, 1 again, 1. Oh. Great shot. I'm gonna try and swing it, and I want you to look to play it late as possible, okay? So try and pick the line early, and just look to play it late. So obviously this ball is gonna swing a lot, so that one just swung in. I'm gonna try and swing it the other way. See what he does. It's a great shot. Oi! Wicket, swap ends. Played. As I was saying to both batters, a lot of young batters, what they do is they don't really watch the ball from the hands. If you speak to some of the best batters in the world, they will tell you they try and get as much information as possible. So they watch the ball, they try and look at what the bowler is doing, look where they turn it. So that's why you will find sometimes some of the best bowlers, they try and hide it like that. Okay, so I know it's a sidearm, so and we use a lot of this these days for practice. So I think it's important as well that young batters start picking up the habits of watching it from this as well, so they can get as much information as possible. I'm gonna try and give Troy as much information as possible, so you could see and put it in to see. I'm giving him a chance to watch. I'm not gonna try and do anything different. Okay. I'm just gonna ask him a question after this if he knows where it's gonna swing. So I reckon this should either hold its line or swing into him. Oh, it's just gone the other way. Okay. So it didn't swing that big much. It just holds its line, as I said. I'm gonna do. So this should go away from him. I hope he didn't hear that. Okay, good. Okay, then Troy. Did you know that was going away? Yeah. Can you see it from here? Tiny bit. Okay. So obviously he's not seeing it fully from here, but I also want him to start think about that. When it's in a bowler hand, could you pick it from there? Absolutely. So he picks that. So the whole idea is not for him to pick it from the sidearm, but for him to start thinking about watching the ball from the bowler's hand.
Head.
Do I go up with it, do you reckon?
When we take, so we have to get to the position. I have to line my head up, and then last minute I'll take one
You
way
go
or the
that,
other.
okay.
But the minute you've gone too far inside, you can't catch it.
Yeah.
Nice. Yes, nice. Yeah, perfect. And that's why you hold the line. Because like there, you've just dodged the other way.
Just go the other way.
Great shot. Nice.
So basically you just pick.
Huh?
You just pick when it comes down.
As long as you've got your head in line, so then if it's starting to go that way, you can take.
Yeah.
If for whatever reason they sort of follow you and go there, then you can obviously take the other way like you've done. As long as you've got your head still on the line of it to start with, that's really the only thing you've got.
Yeah.
Nice. Hold longer though. Nice.
Just move up like
Lovely, mate.
after.
Just remember, you're using the pace. The quicker it is,
Easier it is, yeah.
Well,
See, I tried to hit that.
good. Nice. There you go. It's brilliant. Because all you're essentially doing is if you get into that position, so get into the position after you've moved, and you get lower, don't you?
Yeah.
So you're from there, and all that's happening is, then you choose it.
Yeah.
So you're just jumping into that position, and then you can go.
And then you just
You can do whatever you want to do. Nice. I've got 7 balls in here.
Yeah.
I'm going to try and stitch you up so you can't do it.
Okay.
You just the same thing, get your head in line with it and take it. Nice. Really?
Nice position though.
Yeah, great position. Yes, mate. Really good.
Oh, it's too fine. Hopefully it beats the keeper.
Wide ball.
Probably just go with that. It's so wide.
Yes, Stella. Really good.
Done.
Easy.
Perfect.
Top draw, mate.
Just keep progressing that, I think.
We'll just practice, 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 practice. We build up, we build up, we build up. But your key is, like I did there, the faster I throw it or the fuller the fuller, you end up just shoving your head more at it and taking it.
Yeah.
It's really good.
It's just one of those things that I don't really do it.
Well, you do now, so you can do it.
That's what I mean. Like once I get that bit trust in myself to maneuver the ball.
Well, all we do is practice it every single time we come in for it, and we build it up. So we go
Just
from
go
the field.
longer.
We'll go from the field now, then we make it more aggressive. I keep trying to get it, and then we go sidearm, bowling machine, whatever it is, and just build it up to get to the point. But that's the technique stays the same. It's just trusting yourself. That was really good.
Yeah, it feels like it's a natural shot almost at the
Because I know I'm only puffing it out, but I was trying to stop you from doing it.
Like I feel like my hands can get me to that point.
Yeah. Your thing is, your asset is you've got, like everything, you've got such a good eye. So if we can get the positions as consistent as we can, you'll always get to the ball.
Because I think like before I'd think about doing it, and I'd think about almost like hitting it.
Yeah.
And that's probably why I got outside of it.
Yeah.
Rather than, like you say, just being in there and.
Yeah. I mean, it takes some bravery.
Yeah.
But again, the more and more you do it, you just get used to it, don't you?
I mean,
but it's good.
It's like you watch Josh do it, and there's like. Looks like he's hitting a couple of drivers, doesn't it?
But then you go, like say, the thing is what you've got, especially if you're going in at death, if you can take that way, then the field has to change and you take that way, then bowlers, it makes the life a lot harder.
And it's like, where do we go now?
Exactly. If you're executing both areas, then
and even like
it puts the bowler under some serious pressure.
Even like first coming in.
Yeah.
If he's up and it's just like you feel that come to him, it's like, and now he's got to go back, and then it's like, oh, suddenly where do we go?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Happy days.
No, that's good luck.
So Neil, how did you find that?
Initially, I found the pace a bit difficult. Anything around my body did find it did get tucked up a little bit. Anything outside my off stump was able to hands through the line, etc. Yes, the session went along. Did find it a little bit easier. But yeah, what did you think?
Good. I mean, look, it's a little bit damp, so it's skidding. So I think, as you say, it took a little bit adjusting to the pace of the ball. Strength for me was your judgment outside off stump. I thought you left a lot of good balls, and clearly, you know, square drives, off drives, you like to score through there. Bit trickier for you when it's a bit straighter and coming in at leg stump. And what was noticeable, I think, is at ball release, your back foot is actually sliding back to the leg side, so your alignment is actually going to mid-off, but the bowler is coming from here. And if you think about it, if your feet and everything are aligned that way and the ball's coming, it's going to make you come a little bit across the ball. You're going to end up slicing across it, rather than keeping your feet and your hips and your shoulders back and allowing you then to play with a straight full face when the balls are that little bit straight. All right. In terms of when you're playing, do you want to be standing still, or would you like a little trigger? What works for you?
I would say a slight trigger, ideally.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, and look, and the purpose of a trigger, as we know, is just to get you moving and to be able to move quickly forward and back. So, easy drill, we'll take the pace off it, we'll do some bobble feeds, get you in that position and make sure that we get the trigger in early, and that when the ball's coming out of the hand, you're lined up with where the ball's coming from to allow you to access all lines of delivery. Okay?
Sounds good.
Good. Right, so we want you to end up with your head and your back toe on there. So you may need to start on leg stump to get to middle. Because what's been happening, you've been ending up on off stump. And this is where the problem's coming. You're ending up on off stump plus you're sliding across, right? Now we need your middle and slightly open to go back to where the ball's coming from. So those toes in your head might need to start even further potentially back. Right? And just practice the trigger movement that you would want to use. Can you get that back foot to land just on middle rather than getting to off stump, so it just keeps you on middle? Even smaller, very small. And the key thing we're looking at here for a trigger, can you move forward easily? Can you move back easily? So if that triggers a big movement, now you're stuck and you can't get forward. So it's a very small movement, just so you can shift your weight forward and you can shift your weight back, okay? So just tiny movement, try to get onto that off middle stump like, yeah, that's better. As you're doing it, can you bring your head and your shoulder a little bit further forward towards where the ball will be coming from? So trigger, that's good. And what this is doing is bringing your weight this way to get down a little. That's better, good. Small movement, excellent. Right, just hold. So next time you do it, just hold the position. That's great, stay there, right. Now what we're looking for, so if we did a line now, right? Try and get your head back to where the ball's coming. So head, shoulders, hips, feet, now aligning to where the ball's coming from. Stay where you are. Now from there, whatever line the ball, if the ball is leg stump, I can fall into it. If the ball is straight, I can fall into it. If it goes across me, I now turn my head, my shoulder, my front hip to go in through mid-off. But I'm setting up for this area and I track the ball across. What you've been doing is there at ball release, and then it's made it very difficult to access the ball that's coming in here. Does that kind of make sense? Yeah. All right, good. So we're going to do some underarm feeds and just try and get you hitting the ball back through mid-on, okay, from that trigger. Sharp, that's good. Play. Good. Now what you've got to work out now, right, is if balls are pitching middle and leg stump, middle, then you can hit them back. If the ball gets further across, now you've got to turn your shoulder, your hip and your front foot to hit them through mid-off. So you've got to work out the line that goes back this side of the stumps, and the line is a little bit wider that goes back more on the off side, okay? Good, wait. Shut. Beautiful. Where are you going? So your whole thing, right, your whole batting, for me, would revolve around you now, being consistent with this movement. Trigger early, head stays still and here. At the moment you're there, and just as I'm going to throw, you've got this going. As soon as you do that, this is going to land across, because otherwise you'd fall on your face. So it's there, keep your head back at the ball, dip your shoulder. Now we can play up and down the wicket, all right? So keep your head driving back at where the ball's coming from. I'm going to really challenge you now. Yeah. Top hand only. Whoa, this is tough. All right, take that bottom hand off the bat and just going to use your top hand, your right hand, okay? All right, see if you can get them back. Same thing, trigger and then just top hand to hit. Stay in there. All right, this is a really tough drill, mate. This is the best drill there is. Strong. Come on, strong. All right, don't look, toe the bat's wandering behind you, all right? Hands in close, so you're close to your body, line between the hand and the elbow, back at the bowler. Hold it. Yes! Shot, boy! Woo! Firm on that wrist. Stay there. That's the position you've got to get in at the end of the trigger. Trigger, good. And then in. Yes! Shot. Excellent. Hey, that's a really good shot, alright? So what you're getting full face, and what we're looking for when you hit, powerful position, head over your foot, still, and accelerate the hands and the arms and the back through the ball, okay? Hold it. Good shot. Hold it, hold it. Happy? Okay, look, there was a lot of good things. Alignment was excellent. You got a solid base, and when you brought the shoulders down, your shoulders went a little bit across the ball, which is why it's gone there rather than mid-on. All right, so just let the shoulders go vertically through the ball. That ball would drill back straight past the stump. There's a lot of good things with that shot. A lot of good things. Solid base. Stay there. Wait. Which way your shoulders go? Yeah. Okay, so again, setup was good, right? Trigger was good. You got into the ball, lovely position. Then just at the last bit, let your shoulders go in a straight line. You'd have been perfect. Same again. All right, I'll do it in front of you so you can see it. Stay where you are. So you'll get in here now, and then just as you're coming to the ball, you're just almost doing that, rather than keep the shoulder in, let the hands in the back go through. Shoulder in, hands in the back through, rather than shoulders opening, which is when you slice across the ball. Okay? Nice, good, your head's forward, brilliant. Yeah, hold it, excellent shot. So what I want you to do now, exactly what we're doing, same drill, bobble feed, top hand, hit it, and I want you to hold the bat up there at full extension and place the bottom hand on. And when you place it on at full extension, what you'll find is you've now got more of a thumb and finger grip rather than where you would have been before, quite strong bottom. All right, so this will allow you now to come behind the front side rather than to dominate the shots. All right, so we're going to hit top hand, hold it up there, place the bottom one on, don't change the grip, and now go with two hands and then play with two hands. Okay? Good. Hold it, good. Shot. Hold it, good. Head this side of your foot. Is your head this side of your foot or behind your foot?
Behind.
Right, I want you to check it and see if you can get it over your bent front knee, because what it'll give you is more power into the shot.
Yeah.
Right, I want you to hit now all with two hands, all right? Good. That's a great shot. Good, that's it. Can I just give you one little word of advice, right? Because it's good now, much better. Trigger's really good. Just at the last bit, try not to take the hands out. Because if the hands got out, then what happens, and the ball's coming on this line and the hands are out, you've then got to come across the line of the ball. So keep the hands close to the body, and you'll see it, look, with all the world's best batters, hands are tight to the body. All right, so when they go back, close to your body so they can come straight through the ball, rather than out and a little bit across it, slicing across it. All right, so see if you can go back close to your body when you take them back. Lovely. Set up, brilliant. So many good things. Trigger, excellent. Head forward. When you're going to hit the ball, shoulders did that, ball slices. Shoulders need to go vertically through. Let this front shoulder go in a straight line through. All right? And then it would have been absolutely spot on. Straight up, straight down. Let this one control it, not cross. All right? Otherwise, again, shot would have been right. Everything else was right, and that ball would have gone the way you wanted it. Keep that top hand taking the bat back straight. Yes. There you go. Good, and accelerate through. Good shot. What do you feel there?
Came across there again.
All right, now sometimes the going across, right, with you is caused because when you pick up the bat, it goes, the toe goes behind you, and then you've got to come across it. So it's toe to the first slip, arms in, arms lined up, shoulders lined up, back at where the ball's coming from. From there, straight in with the front shoulder, right? So there's no rotation. It's straight up, straight down. Okay. Shot, mate. Hold it. Good. Lovely shot. The blade is looking straighter, and it looks as if your front side, your front shoulder, your top hand is doing more work.
So you've got now Ben, who is a current county player, as well as Ollie, who's a current county player. Now, what they're going to do is a very simple drill, no frills involved, with two benches lined up, and they're going to show you how they go through the front foot process and use the top hand to cock the wrist and pick the bat up at the same time. Next drill we're going to do is still on the bench, but what we're going to use is tennis balls and a mini bat. So I've cut a bat in half and I'm using a small bat, as you can see Ben is holding on to. Now the reason for the mini bat is one of the biggest issues that young players have when playing forward is that they don't bend their front knee. Now if you don't bend the front knee, your weight is not getting into the ball. Now with the mini bat, if you don't bend the front knee, you're going to miss the ball. So it's a very easy way of getting feedback whether you have actually bent your front knee, got the weight into it or not. One other thing really important on the front foot is where your foot goes in relation to the ball. So imagine this is the ball and I have to play forward to that. You hear a lot of time coaches say foot to the pitch of the ball. Now if you take your foot to the pitch of the ball, there is no way you can access the ball because your foot is in the way, and that's when you start playing around across the ball or across your front pad. So your foot literally needs to go next to the pitch of the ball for your hands to go through the ball. And if you go next to the pitch of the ball, your hands and head comes in line with the ball, and that's what helps you to keep your balance. That's one very important part about playing the front foot. Another drill we do just for the balance part is we got a zwingo, and I've got Ben standing on the zwingo. He's got a stump in his hand and he's got two stumps in front of him. So literally he has to pick the bat up and hit through the two stumps. And once he's done it a few times, we can move on and use a bat, which makes life a bit more difficult for him. Again, everything is to keep the hands close to us, have good balance, hit through the ball. So Ben has hit some. Now I'm just going to demo something. So I'm going to go on that zwingo, no foot movement, and this is going to test my balance and how I hit the ball straight through the ball. And I have to keep my balance. That's the biggest thing I have to do here. Okay. So just trying to make sure my head is over the ball, I'm balanced, and my bat is going up to hit through the ball. Very, very basic stuff, very effective, but at the same time it's quite boring to do. This is not come in, hit, whack, fun, hee hee ha ha. This will take a lot of time to get into your system so that you can do it without thinking when you need to actually bat. Okay, now we've done the first part, the front foot part. Now we're going to do the back foot part. So this is the dad part of batting. And the most important part here is I bat on 2, so like in middle, so I bat here. The most important part is my back leg covers of stump. So if I have covered of stump, I know what to play, what to leave, and if the ball comes in here, I'm going to work the ball onto the leg side, because in most cases there are less fielders on the leg side than the offside, and it's a lot easier option to score runs on the leg side rather than the offside. Now, there are a couple of things here. Though we say it is back foot, it's very important that our weight doesn't go back. So when I'm playing back foot, it's really important that my weight is still in the ball, and that will happen only if I go back on the front part of my foot or the balls of my foot rather than having big heel contact here. If I land on my heel, my weight has shifted, and if now the ball gets a bit bigger on me, I'm in trouble. So it's really important that though it's back foot, my weight is in the ball. So if my weight is forward, I can adjust according to the height of the ball. I can defend, I can punch, I can move, I can duck, I can do anything. But if the heel plants, I'm really stuck. The other part is, a lot of people talk about the back foot being parallel to the popping crease. Okay, some people like it, some people don't like it. They play a bit more compromised and it doesn't go to point, it goes to a bit cover point. But one of the most important things is the function of that front foot toe, because if I'm playing a ball on the offside, I need to make sure that my front foot toe is pointing offside. The moment the ball is on middle leg or coming into my body, if now I have gone here, I'm a sitting duck to that line. So I have to make sure that my front toe opens for my hip to open to access the ball. That's really important on the back foot. Okay, so we're going to do a bit of feeding now for the back foot defense. I got 3 of my players here, Anish, Oli and Ben. And what I'm going to do is, I'm going to go a bit lower and I'm literally going to play on the height of the ball to make it a bit challenging for them. Once they do it with both hands, we'll move it to the next stage just to make it more challenging for them, and they do it just with their top hand. Right. Okay, a bit of variation to that drill now is, they will pick the bat up with both hands, but while coming down, they'll use the top hand just to make sure they got strong top hand control on the ball. Okay, what we don't want is this side to come across the ball all the time. So you want to go with your front side punch, block, whatever you do, till you are playing a cross bat or horizontal bat shots when your bottom hand comes in actually, or when you've got a bit of width. Okay, so mum was done before. We did a bit of practice on the dad shot. Now, what we're going to see is that we can play a lot more attacking shots because our movement is in the right place. We are moving the right way. We are covering our off stump. We are getting room now to free our hands and play horizontal bat shots or straight bat shots according to where the ball is. So have a go at this. Okay, so when you have got that back foot movement nailed on, this happens more in the shorter format and especially against spinners. So normally our back leg, if I'm batting here, my back leg to a short ball goes here. Okay, so I've gone here to play here, or ball comes in, I'm going to play here. Now, in one-day cricket, against spin, at times we need to change the field or hit the ball into the gap for a single. So if an off spinner is bowling, then normally the field that is going to be set is a backward point, deep cover, extra cover, mid off, and there's going to be 5 on the leg side. It could be a long on or a mid on, mid wicket, deep mid, man by the umpire or deep square leg, or a man at 45. So if I go here and the ball turns into me, the chances are I'm going to be playing to the mid-wicket guy, and if there is no 45 and this man is by the umpire, I might play straight to him. So in that case, I'm not going to get off strike. Now, on the offside, I've got an extra cover and a backward point or a short third man. So in that case, it makes a lot more sense not to go here, but to go back to back so that hit the ball into the spin, into the gap and get a single. So what that does is, it either makes the captain move one from here to here, or the bowler comes from here, changes his line to come in a bit straighter. Once he comes straighter, I can access different areas, and if I know that he's going to come straighter, it becomes a lot safer to run down at him, hit him over the top or down to long on, or just come back and keep punching it down to long on once mid on has gone back. So this is just a little variation on the back foot. It is not a compulsion, right? So first thing, we need to learn how to do that. That's the first part. When I mastered that, then comes the next stage, how to pick singles by getting the back leg into different positions against spinners, especially in the limited overs game. Okay, so we had a bit of practice with the mum of batting. Now we're going to have a go at it both against pace and against slow bowling, and see if from the mum stage can they play attacking shots, punch, run down the track against the pace and slow bowling.